Hey guys, what's up? I'm Classy Man, and we're here talking about a new app for the Nintendo DS called the Korg DS10. Now, I can't really stress this enough. This is more of an application than a game. It's really not a game at all. It's more akin to, I don't know, maybe MTV Music Generator games, those kind of games, if that's even what you would consider it. But basically, all it is, it's a replica of a 1978 Korg synthesizer called the MS-10. And basically, it emulates almost everything that it can do, or could do, plus one or two even. You can record synth sequences. You have two sequences per track or per pattern. You can record a drum sequence on each one of those patterns. Each one of these patterns can be looped into a song. You can have 16 patterns per project. It's really quite amazing. Basically, it's for anyone who's into music, likes music games, into making music. It's a great songwriting tool. If you have something in your head that you just can't get down on paper, it's really easy to pick this up and hammer it out, even with a drum beat. So it's really great songwriting tool. It's great for anyone who's just into music at all. It's made for people who really want to perform with it. So you can't really transfer files off of it. The only way you can is you can export off onto another DS, because since it's an analog synthesizer, all the tones are actually made within the DS. So you can't really transfer off, but you can record onto anything you can record on with just 1/8 inch to 1/4 inch generally. And I've seen a lot of people just hook it up to an amplifier, or we had it here running through Cameraman Joe's Bose system. It sounds great. It looks great. It's real easy to use. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a quick demo of the Korg DS10. Alright guys, this is the Korg DS10. First thing you got here is the menu screen. Obviously you have single player, multiplayer, data exchange options. Multiplayer is really cool. You can actually link up with another DS system and have two-player wireless jam action going on. Data exchange, you can just go transfer files DS to DS, but like I said, you cannot transfer them onto a computer or any other device. But yeah, single player, we'll just come in, we'll go into a file that I have nothing on, and we'll just show you how to get started with this DS10. So basically what you're looking at here is the DS has three sequences. It has synth sequence 1, synth sequence 2, and a drum sequence. That's on each pattern. Each pattern, there's 16 patterns in each track, and I know that's kind of confusing. But if you know synths at all, it's pretty basic stuff. And even if you don't, the interface is really easy to work with, so it's really easy to get used to. So in each sequence, you can basically do things three ways. You can do the sequence, where you come in and physically, look at the notes and assign notes to different phrases. You can do it that way, or you can do the keyboard, basically, which is the obvious choice. But since the stylus is a little less accurate, it's not quite like playing a piano, obviously. And then, of course, you have the Chaos Pad, which really takes advantage of the DS touchscreen. It's really quite amazing. You can even, like, once you record the note, you can go to one where it's like volume on the y-axis and pan on the x-axis, and peak on the y-axis and cut off on the x-axis. So it's really quite amazing. So all I'm going to do is just record a quick synth thing real quick, and I'm not actually hearing this, so I don't even know what that sounds like. Probably sounds terrible, but that's okay. This is all for the purpose of demonstration. And Mickey got a text message. And now we're going to look at the we're just going to go over to synth 2 real quick, and I'm just going to do something simple like this. And this is all just for the purpose of demonstration, obviously. And then I'll go in here to the drum sequence. And this works just like any old sequencer. If you've ever used Fruity Loops or anything like that, it works pretty much the same way. Just come in here and assign a lot of snares, some bass drum, a little bit of hi-hat up here, and that's good for the drum sequence. And also, when you come into the synth, on all the sequences in your synth one, you can go to edit, which it gives you all your volume knobs and all your different channels. So you get the triangle wave, all kinds of different stuff. You can change the pitch, you can put port on it, which is like whoop whoop, if that makes sense. Cutoff, attack, decay, sustain, release. It's really everything that you're going to need to model your synth tone. And of course, each one of these tones, you can come in here and you can save that tone, or you can even load up different tones that they even already have saved. But there's lots of spaces to save new tones. You can do this on both synth ones. The drum sequencing, you can even come over here to drums and you can edit each little drum pad. You can even play drums like this if you feel like getting in there with a few fingers and jamming away like a drum kit. So it's really quite amazing. And what maybe the coolest part is, say I'm looking at this, the first synth, and I want to play that. I'll come in here to the Synth Patch, and I can physically patch the triangle wave to this, to this pitch, and I can adjust the frequency of it, and I want it to coincide with the beats per minute. I can come in and basically just physically patch everything and adjust the sound even more. And this is for really wild effects. You know, it's kind of more of a off the cuff effect experience. And you can come in here and do the mixer with the synth 1, synth 2, all the drum beats. You can do the effects, which you can apply to in any or all, or it's really quite amazing. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna run into another track real quick, just to show you the song feature of something that I've already got done. Let me load this up real fast. And basically what you can do is you come over here to song, and you have basically your old sequence thing, but each one of these is a pattern out of your 16 patterns per track. So all you can do is you just hit play and it'll play in time. You can assign it and move on down, and I've done a lot on this one. It's really simple though. But yeah, man, that's pretty much the Korg DS10 for anybody who's into music. It's a must-have. It's a great songwriting tool. There's so much you can do with it. The possibilities are really limitless. And since it's an analog synth, you know, all the tones are going to sound unique because there's so many different edits on this thing. You can even physically patch it. It's really quite amazing. So that's pretty much it for the Korg DS10. Alright guys, that was pretty much it for our demo with the Korg DS10. As I said, it's a must-have for anyone, even if you're into music at all, specifically synthesizers. Pick this up. It's really great. It's the biggest bang for the buck, especially when it comes to music applications and such. It's really it's a quality instrument, honestly. If you took this to a show and you were playing through an amplifier or anything like that, it would sound just like, if not a little bit less, or a little bit not as good, just like the original MS-10. It's a great thing. I love it, and you should love it too. So, thanks for watching this review. I'm Classy Man, and have a good night.